I guess I haven't seen your stories a lot then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you mute me, Neema?
Nope. I don't know who this guy is.
This guy. This guy fucking muted me, bro.
No.
No, but
honestly, bro, the algorithm fucking is real.
well, when you're in Australia,
Yeah,
I barely
bro.
saw your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So man, I missed so many people's posts or everything.
Yeah, I know.
So that's probably why.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you were in Australia,
Yeah, you
I didn't
did see my shit, yeah.
I barely saw your stuff, and it was weird because it would pop up like 6 days later, and I'm like, oh, this guy posted 6 days ago. But it's true. Like the algorithm is actually real. Like it's weird.
Yeah, man, that was a big problem for us in Australia because I realized, most of my following is in North America.
Yeah.
U.S., Canada.
Yeah.
And like, obviously some Europe and Middle East, whatever. And Australia a little bit, but not nearly as much as North America. I'm sure same for you.
Yep.
And so when it was evident, like as soon as we got there, the video started tanking.
Yeah.
But there were a couple that blew up.
Yeah.
But they were more Aussie based.
Of course.
And so I was like, oh, okay, like this hypothesis has got to be true.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh, maybe it's actually, it knows where you are. Yeah. And it's mostly showing the people in this geographical location.
Of course, yeah, it does.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though most of your following
is there. Yeah.
They're like, nah, man, like we're going to show it to these people.
Especially on TikTok.
Instagram too, man. Instagram was for sure.
Instagram is like, okay, but Instagram, at least if I follow somebody, I will eventually see his stuff. Eventually. It'll pop up.
I guess.
Like I eventually did see your stuff, but like maybe 7 days later.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, where'd this come from? But
TikTok, you just never see it.
TikTok, it's like, yo, I didn't see you at all when you were in Australia. But then when you came back,
right, you probably
started popping up again.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like,
that's got to be the case.
Yeah, it's
because you know why? As soon as we got to Australia, I was at 400K on Instagram.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing. No growth. 9 months goes by. It went up to like 401, 402, but then lost a few thousand.
Yeah.
Went back up a few thousand.
Yeah.
Right? It was stuck right there.
That happens, yeah.
For 9 months, it was stuck. Yeah. And then in a week time, 2 videos did well, fucking 15,000 above.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I noticed changed on Instagram. Like, it's now on Instagram, it's like, okay, if a video blows up, it will actually bring you in traction. Because I've grown in followers based on like viral videos more recently, because there was a point where I was like just stuck at like 70 in the 70K, and it wasn't happening. Then after my dad passed, I didn't post for like I think like a month. I didn't post.
Right.
I lost like thousands, and I was like, oh,
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, I was like, I guess people aren't loyal, right?
So then, no, seriously.
So then, but after that, I think 2 years after my dad passed was like my worst time on social media, because it kept just going down,
tanking?
down. And I was like, bro, I'm losing thousands and thousands. And then I think I hit, like I went to low 60K. And then I told my friend, I was like, bro, if I go into the 50s,
it's over.
I was like, bro, I've fallen off. Like,
Call it quits, bro.
I gotta just accept this.
Wow.
But luckily, I started doing stand-up. And then when I started doing stand-up, I was like, okay, I'm having fun now. So I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever, let me just have fun.
Yeah.
And then luckily it kind of like fell into place there. But even now, like I'm still at like, for the past couple months, I've been like I've been staying at the
plateau,
same. Yeah. And then I'm like,
it happens all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. Just keep doing your shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Because eventually it will pick up.
Yeah.
Like I said, 9 months, bro.
Yeah.
And the whole time is discouraging.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Right? Am I as funny anymore?
Yeah.
Right? But then it's just not, it's not just that. There's so many other factors involved, but you just, obviously you dial it to, oh, it's me 100%. And
yeah, 1,000%.
Which is, fair. But yeah, that's the difference, man. No one, there's a quote, I think, by, I think it was Alex Hormozi. Do you know Alex Hormozi?
No.
Yeah.
Who's Alex Hamoodi?
He's a goat, man. We love him. My brother and I love him. He's a massive entrepreneur, billionaire.
Okay.
And he has a company called acquisition.com.
Okay, cool.
It's a gym company.
Okay.
It's fucking, and he's yoked. He's fucking.
Well, if I see a picture of him, I probably.
You probably would, yeah. I've done a couple of impressions of him actually, and he's Persian. But he's
okay, yeah, I've seen that.
like
then.
the beard.
Yes,
the
yes,
thing,
I've
you know,
seen
he's
that.
like
Where and he has the
the
thing
nose
on
strip.
It. Yeah,
yeah.
I've
So
seen
you've
that.
seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
He's actually a dope person, and like we met him in person.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sick.
Him and his wife Layla.
Okay, nice.
Both very dope people.
Okay.
And they love comedy too. So I'm sure like they'll fucking love your stuff too. Like if we collab, they'll probably start following. You know what I'm saying? Like they're great people.
Yeah.
He was talking about how, you know, no one. You don't the people who fail, they fail because they quit.
Yeah.
But you're never gonna fail if you just keep going.
Yeah, you just keep going.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you stay consistent.
Yeah. And it sounds preachy, but like I genuinely feel this way.
Of
you know what I'm saying?
Of course. You don't stop, but it's like when you're in that process, you're really like holding on. And honestly, like that's how I was at that time. Cause I was like, man, like I'm so ready to just like off this. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I was so ready because I was like, man, like every single thing I put out, and the thing with me in my heart, I know it's good. I'm like, this is actually funny, and I know it's good stuff. But you weren't like, I wasn't getting any like attention. So then I was like, you
you sound like a girl.
I sound like a hoe right now.
No one fucking looks at me anymore,
bro. So
what the hell?
So I started an OnlyFans.
No. Now everyone's staring at me.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm not getting any attention. So it was, I was losing motivation, but my boy was like, he was like, no, you have to, he's like, keep going. He's like, just keep doing it, man. He's like, you're funny. He's like, let's just have fun. And then that's when I had that switch where I was like, okay, maybe I don't only have to do this type of content. I'm just, if I'm tanking anyways, might as well just switch it up and have fun in all aspects.
Yeah.
So I started doing everything, and that's when started picking up again. And then I was like, oh, okay, sick. So
that's the best, is when you stop worrying about everything and stop overthinking it, and you just enjoy the process, and then naturally the right things will start happening.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh fuck, I just need to like focus on this one thing and just, you know, stick to it.
Yeah.
And then the rest comes, you know?
Yep, it does.
That's the best part.
It is.
How did you come up with the name Fob4? Because that's, if you're listening to this or watching this, that's his Instagram name.
Yeah.
The Fob4. But his name is Hamoodi.
Hamoodi.
Yeah. But like, what's your, like, it's Muhammad, right?
Muhammad, yeah.
Muhammad, yeah. I love the way
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
It's Muhammad or Muhammad. I don't know. I don't know where the comes from. I don't know. It's
really?
like the sound. I swear.
Muhammad.
That's the way my mom says it.
Really? Muhammad.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Just fucking 7 minutes straight of us saying Muhammad.
Clip that. But I
wait, why is it, okay, first before you answer the first question I had, what's Hamoodi then?
So Hamoodi is like a nickname
to
Muhammad.
So sorry, what?
Muhammad. So Hamoodi is a nickname to Muhammad.
Now I'm like fixated on the name.
So Hamoodi is a nickname to
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
But Hamoodi is a nickname to that.
Yeah.
But like it's weird. It's so hard to explain. It's like a nickname to that, but like it could be other names too. It's like
right.
Like it's like in English if you translate it, it's like Hamoodi. It's like my Muhammad.
Oh, I see what you mean.
My Ahmed. Whatever.
All right.
And they say that.
All right. Yeah.
So my family called me that growing up. Like, and anybody who's named Muhammad, they get
Muhammad.
They get like that nickname. But I just like stuck with it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
it's good. Yeah.
Hamoodi's my name. So that's where that came from. That's the Hamoodi.
Okay.
The Fob4 is because I started my Instagram account with my friends. So it was like 4 of us.
All right.
And we would always like screw around and like joke around. So my friend one day, he was like to me, I think he came with me last time to your house. Like
I
last
remember.
time
I remember.
came with him.
Yeah.
All over the place. So, he was like to me, he's like, yo, like you're super funny. He's like, why don't we start recording it and putting it online? And then I was like, okay, I'm down. But I never did it. So then he started an account.
Oh.
And it's for the 4 of us because we used to screw around.
Okay.
So he's like the Fob4. Like he
Yeah.
made it.
Right.
And then he was like, okay, let's start making videos. So we started making videos. And then we actually started getting followers, which was funny. And then, because we were doing like stupid things.
Right.
And then a couple months passed by and they like started being like, okay, you know what? Like they started like getting bored of it or whatever.
Oh.
And then I started doing like the skits and stuff like that, like the the first person skits. And then I just continued with it, and that's where I started to like gain some traction. And they kind of like stopped with it. They were like, whatever. Like they still help me if I need help.
Yeah.
They'll help me with videos and stuff. But then they kind of like got out of it, and then I kept the account. So now it's the name is called the Fob 4.
Right.
But I wanted to change my Instagram name actually. I wanted to make it just Hamoodi.
Yeah.
But this kid had it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's pretty common.
It is, but this kid just straight HAMOODI. So I tripped up.
HAM Muhammad. Oh,
Muhammad. So I was like, I messaged him, and I was like,
oh really?
Yeah, I was like, bro, please let me have your account. And then he's like, sorry, bro, not for sale. He like lives in Jordan or something.
Oh wow, what a dick, bro. Yeah. What are you gonna do in Jordan, bro?
He's like, and the kid has like 10 followers. So I was like,
brother.
I was like, man, give it to me. So then he's like, no can do, bro. I'm not selling it. So I was like, okay, whatever. I posted it on my story, and I was like, bro, I really want this name. And apparently, like a lot of my followers messaged him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were like, yo, give Hamood the account. I'll buy the account.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So they were like kind of helping me in a way.
Wow.
And then eventually, so he sends me a voice message, and he's like, bro, like I watched your videos actually, and you're very funny. He's like, so if you really want the account, sure, I'll give it to you. So I was like, okay, I'm down. Send it to me. So then he changed his name, and then I tried to change it, but Instagram didn't let me change it.
What?
Yeah, it says like you have to wait 20 days or something like that.
But you didn't change it before.
I didn't
20
change
days
it.
for what?
I didn't change it. I don't know.
So then would you try again in 20 days?
I tried. No, I didn't wait for 20 days.
Why? Muhammad.
I guess I'm a dumbass. I don't know.
Wait, can't you just do it now?
No, because he changed it back to Hamoodi. Fucker.
Yeah, he's like, brother, I gave you 3 months.
Yeah, bro. He was like, yeah, he was a funny kid.
Hey, man, it's not meant to be.
Yeah, but I really want that name.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah, I could get it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I told him I'll pay him too. I was
How
like,
much?
bro, I'll pay you $50.
Oh, brother.
He's
That's
like,
fucking nothing.
It's like, not for sale. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But I know, like, if I get bigger in the future,
yeah.
They'll want some money.
Oh, he's going to want like a ransom or something.
Yeah.
Forget the money. He'll hold you hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I want the account too.
Yeah.
Collaborating. So.
Well, that's okay. One day. I mean, at least it still like represents you.
Yeah.
The name. So
yeah,
it's fine. But what do your friends think about where you're at now? Yeah,
my friends are they love it. They like support it. My friends like help me out when I need the help. But obviously like they have their own lives too, right? Yeah. So they're not like invested fully into it like I am. Yeah. But like in terms of like the content, they like the content. With videos, they're always willing to help me, and the shows, they love the shows. Yeah, of course. Like my guys are always like with me in the shows, that's so sick. Like it's like the whole group, and like they'll help me do things. Like one guy will scan tickets. Right. Another guy seat people. Yeah, my boy, like you know the big guy Ali. Oh, Ali, yeah. So he's like, I'm the head of security. Yeah, Ali Silverback. Ali Silverback. So he's like, I'm the head of security. Of course. I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah. But he actually really does a good job. I'm sure. I mean, like he's intimidating guy. He's a big guy. So So he's like, it was so funny. I was doing a show in Ottawa, and then he was like, and that my brother, because my brother's like more like he's like the mature one, right? Yeah, so he's the brains. Yeah, so he'll oversee everybody. And then he sees Ali, like he was like, it's like hijabis are coming out to my show, you know what I mean? So he's like, get your ass in the seat. Get your ass in the seat. And he's looking at these hijabis. He's like, get your ass in the seat. Oh, but it's just like his second nature. Or, like he's not like meaning to say it. Oh, okay. You're saying he like he should be more professional with it? Yeah. Oh. Okay. So I told him that. I was like, Ali, bro, you can't. This is haram, bro. You can't say get your ass in the seat to hijabis, I'm like, you can't do that, bro. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah. So that's funny. So now he switched it out. But what does he say now? Get in the seat. I don't know what happens. Ma'am, can you please sit down in your seat? Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Please sit. Hamad. So, Bismillah. That's funny. That's Yeah, but my friends, they help out a lot. They like it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, what's not to like? Their boy is doing some cool shit that not many people in the world do.
yeah,
Which is the best part.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just tagging along the ride. It's you feel like you have a little bit of an entourage too.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's cool. That's what looks cool.
Yeah.
And you got your group.
Yeah, your
of
group,
people
yeah.
with you, and then you just walk in.
I know.
I did a.
It's okay. Just throw up, bro.
My bad.
It's okay. Yeah, you're like a baby bird, bro.
So
It's okay, hon. Swallow the worm.
So I was doing like university shows.
Yeah.
So it was so funny. I walked into one of these universities, and then like the kids were lining up outside, and then I walked in, and then I was like to my friends, I was like, bro, let's get a funny video. I was like, you guys surround me, and then I'll walk in, like I'm like fucking Drake or something like that, you know? I was like, and let's see how it looks. And then we did it, and then I rewatched the video, and I was like, bro, this is sick. I was like, I look sick in that video. I rewatch sometimes, bro. It gets me so happy. Oh shit.
What did the video look like?
It was like
We walked into the lecture hall?
yeah, I was walking to the lecture hall while the kids were lining up, and then I was just like walking, and then there's people around me, and I'm like, bro, I look like Drake right now. But
That's hilarious.
yeah, I know. It's like if you
Superstar vibes.
yeah, if you actually like put it into perspective, it's kind of
yeah.
like, you know, like who the fuck is this guy?
Well, of course, yeah. But you gotta enjoy the moment, man.
Yeah, like you
Fuck
have
it.
fun, you know?
It's all dumb. Everything's fucking doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Just fucking have fun with it.
yeah,
You know, go on stage with energy.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing too that I've learned recently too is, you. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, you do have to show up like you're Drake in a way
yeah. It's true.
because that's what in their eyes they know you as.
yeah,
like you're their Drake.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because even more because they actually connect with you more.
yeah,
Right? Because
That's
you
true,
interact with people as well.
Yeah.
Right? For someone like Drake, it's harder for him to
of course.
really more closer connect with people. So,
Yeah,
it could be almost more memorable.
Yeah.
For some people who come to see, right?
Yeah.
What would you say is the best part about starting stand up?
I'd say the interaction with the people, like
Crowd work?
Oh, I love crowd work.
Yeah.
I like personally. I feel like crowd work is a great touch to it.
Yeah.
That's what makes the room kind of explode sometimes.
Right.
Material, but material is very important too. Like I love having like a good story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the way I do my sets is like through storytelling.
Mhm.
So like I'll tell a big story, end off with a punchline.
Yep.
Maybe I'll say some punchlines in the process. I
Yep.
know I talk with my hands a lot, eh?
Bro. Talking to the guy who uses his hands the most.
You know, because I notice while I'm talking to you, I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
And
like,
I'm
bro,
just
relax,
I'll do
man.
it.
Fuck. Stop yelling at me, bro.
So I'm like, bro.
It's just like a Middle Eastern thing.
I'm
You
like,
fucking
bro.
use your hands. Well,
like,
also
man, like-
Italians do it. Italians fucking
They
you know,
do.
always like, oh, hey, oh,
Italians.
hey,
This.
Mano, hey,
Bro.
what are you talking about?
I want to do like Italian characters and
Yeah,
shit.
you should.
Yeah.
You could pass for Italian.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
pass for Italian. All the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You could be like
love
a Southern Italian more. 'Cause you're darker. You have
Oh,
darker
okay.
features.
You know, Italians are very like closely, like their cultures like Arabs a lot.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that's what I'm saying. Even Persians, same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
They're very close.
yeah. They're like very like they're like white Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
you
I know.
what I mean?
But it's Mediterranean. It's same with Greeks.
Yeah,
Very similar.
yeah,
That's why we all use our fucking hands.
yeah.
I actually can't talk without using my hands.
I can't. Yeah, that's the thing.
It's,
Like,
it's
imagine
too hard. The whole time we're just like
I'm
this.
just
Like
staring at you,
I'm
like-
telling a story, just like no, there's no way.
I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
awkward, bro. But so with I'm talking about like material. It's good because you put your story into life, and you perform it to people, and you're like talking based off real experience.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it too. Because remember, I was telling you the other day, now on Instagram, it's like short attention spans.
Quick.
So you can't really put dialogue into your
No.
stuff, and you
No.
can't explain what you're saying. So it's very tough to do that.
Yeah.
So with stand up, that's where you're able to go do the dialogue now. Like you
Yeah.
put it into a huge joke.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I love about it in terms of the actual stand up comedy. It's like, okay, I could express myself. Any interaction that I've had, anything that like pisses me off, you just put it into comedy, and then
Yeah.
you share it with a bunch of people.
Mhm.
that's what I like about the stand up. And then the shows themselves, man. Like I like the whole process, like getting to the place, seeing all the open seats, and then
being
even
backstage,
big backstage, and then you're backstage, and then when all the people come in,
you're
you look,
like, oh, who's here?
you're like, oh shit, man, this guy came. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even the process of selling the tickets, you see the notifications pop up. Sometimes it drives you crazy, but you know what I mean? Like with my notifications, like I'll get an email sometimes when somebody buys a ticket.
Yeah, we have to.
So, you know, like the Eventbrite notification, it's like, boom, somebody just order notification. And I'm like, oh, yeah. You know,
Oh, yeah, give me more, baby.
You know, but
it's a
sometimes
dopamine hit, bro.
It does, bro. It's like a,
you know,
a quick thing. So I love that. But sometimes that drives you crazy too.
Yeah, because you're fixated on you getting those notifications,
yes,
meaning that you're doing a good job.
Yes.
You're attaching it to the outcome of.
And then
you know,
you're like, oh, if this doesn't sell out, like I'm a flop.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's tough. As an artist, it's tough because, you want to do well, you want to do the best, you want to sell out everything.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's been times where I haven't sold out my own shows.
Yeah.
Even at this point.
Yeah.
Where it was like pulling teeth trying to sell tickets.
Yeah.
But then eventually, you know, you put some stuff together, you run some ads.
Yeah.
You know, you do some last minute fucking marketing, and then like finally you fill the room.
I don't know if it's the same thing with you. Do you get a lot of your purchases, like for bigger shows, last second?
Yeah, that's a big thing. So actually, my brother is great to talk about this stuff because he obviously handles the back end of things.
Yeah.
But he obviously tells me everything. But pretty much how it works is when people are buying tickets to a show or a concert or whatever, the first big surge is the first like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll get like 30% of people.
Yeah.
And then like the big chunk in the middle is like 30% of the tickets.
Yeah.
Was the longest time where no one, people are like still deciding if they want to come.
Yeah.
Or it's too far away yet, right? So you know, slowly but surely the tickets will be sold. The last like 2-3 days is like one of the highest percentages of ticket sales.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it is nerve-wracking at times if like it doesn't fully sell out like right away or get most sales. But yeah, I mean, that's all a part of the fun too, though.
Yeah,
because you're like, oh fuck, I wonder what's gonna happen. You know? It's like it's like you're gambling. It's fucked. You know, it's an addiction almost. But
you're right.
But yeah, it happens a lot too, especially in cities that it's not your main demographic.
Yeah, because Toronto,
that was the easy. Yeah,
it's like. I sold a show in February for it. I did 2 shows. And then one of them, like, it sold out in the first, like, couple hours. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? But it wasn't a huge one. It was, like, a bit over 150 seats, 150 something. But it sold out in the first, like, couple hours. And I was like, and I dropped the tickets at, like, 12 a.m. I didn't expect it.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't expect it. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to put these out. And I put it out a week before, not a week, a month before the show. So I was like, okay, 4 weeks should be enough to sell 150 something seats. Yeah. But then I put out the tickets, and then it sold like this.
Right away.
And then I was like, what the fuck? These people just went on it. So then I tried to get another show, but the venue didn't, like, they didn't have it available.
Okay.
But then I did another show, like, in a collab with, like, University of Toronto.
Yeah.
And that was, like, over 500 seats.
Yeah.
And they sold. And then I was like, oh, okay. So you did 500 plus 150. It was freaking crazy. I never knew that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing in Toronto.
Yeah, it's your main demographic.
I go to other places.
Yes.
Like Ottawa. Ottawa's an amazing place.
It's still great. Yeah.
Crazy crowd.
Yeah.
But slower in sales.
Yeah.
Like the first day, it's like, okay, you get a bunch. Then like nothing. And then the last day, you're like, oh, okay, a bunch.
Yeah.
And like I did Windsor as well.
Yeah, a lot of Habibis over there.
A lot of Habibis there. A lot of Habibis. So
you've sold out all your shows? Or like some of them are
not like
fully sold?
No, they're not. Some are not fully sold. Like the Toronto ones,
yeah, of course.
they sell out. The Ottawa ones have sold. I'd say like I did one in London. It was pretty full, but it didn't sell out. And then it did look like it sold out though. I think a lot of people snuck in.
Yeah, classic
kids, bro. And then but they don't all sell out.
Yeah,
they don't all sell out.
No, even on my tour, the first time I did a tour,
Yeah.
A couple of them didn't sell out.
No.
Like it was like 75, 80%.
Yeah.
Still not bad. It's just like,
It's not bad at all.
what are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
it's the first time too.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Until you really make it big, and then like people are
Yeah.
gonna make sure to fucking come.
But the thing is, also got to put it into perspective too. Like sometimes you'll get a venue that's like 500 seater or something.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, okay, like 400 tickets have sold, and you're like, oh fuck, I didn't sell it out. But then you're like, yo, like 400 tickets sold.
I know.
It's 400 people, and then. But sometimes you'll get a smaller venue and it sells out like this.
I know.
Like the one I just told you about.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you get that rush.
I know. You feel nice.
So sometimes it's a gamble sometimes, or it's a bit of a risk sometimes. You're like, okay, I'm getting a bigger venue now, but you might risk not selling it. So
But that's a part of the process, though, is that you need to experience those things in order to grow and get better from it.
You have
right?
to.
And then, slowly but surely, you learn the best ways to put on the shows or how to market them and all those things. And then eventually, the main thing is just to continue posting more content.
Yeah.
Because that's the machine.
The driver,
to get people to the live shows.
Yeah, of course.
Without that, we can't do the live shows.
No, you have to. That's a process of, as we're saying, where like you do your social media stuff, and then that's how I have my fans.
Yeah, same. Like we said earlier off camera, my brother was saying, we're big because of social media.
Yeah,
and big is a loose term. Like it depends on what you think big is, but just you gain followers because we're known based off of Instagram and social media. Whereas like comedians back in the day, they're big because of their name, because of they're just a household name,
and then
they
have their followers. Yeah.
So it's just such an interesting world, man. And you were talking about how people maybe see you differently because you're a TikToker.
Yeah.
In the stand-up world.
Yeah. They definitely see me differently because like that's a thing, right? Like they're like, oh, this guy just makes content. He's not a stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell that they'll never just say it straight up to you. They're not gonna look at you and be like, "Yo, you're just a TikToker."
I've gotten that.
Yeah, you've gotten
many
it
times.
I've like the first show I did. Remember I told you so. Like I posted it on my Instagram and it sold out.
Oh, that was your first one?
That was my first one ever. And
with Crystal Ferry, right?
With Crystal, yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
So that one, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's dope.
So she helped me out a lot at the beginning. Like without her, like she got me my first Ottawa show too, which was really cool.
Yeah.
So I got there, like, and it was sold out, and then we were backstage, and then one of the comedians, and I know they don't mean to be like disrespectful, but
or maybe they
yeah, maybe, who knows, but she was like, why is this crowd sold out? Like she's like, this crowd's like packed. And then Crystal was like, yeah, he packed it. And then she pointed to me, and the girl looked at me, she's like, who's this? And then I was like, Hamoodi, nice to meet you.
Actually, you're like, Muhammad. Muhammad.
And then she's like, oh. And then she's like, oh, like, you do stand up? And I was like, yeah, like TikTok and stuff. She's like, oh, he's a TikToker.
Ah, nice.
He's a TikToker.
Yeah, it's always like, it's a TikToker.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, bitch.
Yeah.
Can you fucking sell tickets?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know what I think about? I'm like, yo, like, don't stand-up comedians go and do acting?
100%. Most of them do commercial acting.
So it's like you're kind of like doing that.
Yeah, same shit.
It's like I'm doing that right now. It's like I'm doing my shows.
I know.
But I'm also doing my acting.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the process.
I know. It's just, you know what? It's just jealousy.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is either jealousy or they're upset at themselves because they can't do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or they don't know how. And they're stuck in this like world right now where they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because this is the world now.
Yeah.
And in a way, that's why I'm excited, because I'm like, I never really stressed about it because when I started, I did everything at the same time.
Yeah.
I started acting, same as content, same as stand-up, at the same time.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
So now that everyone's on board with now everyone's trying to do social media.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I've fucking been here, dog.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why, like, I'm grateful, I'm lucky that I'm in this position. But I can see why people who are like that, who are just stand-ups, they feel the way they do.
Of course.
So I get it, but at the same time, sometimes you're like, well, it's like, why? This is your own problem.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, it's like, bro, I'm doing
who cares?
Me. I'm doing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't like that. You don't like that. And then you don't it's hard, especially when you're in person and you're not getting like you're like, okay, like I'm kind of like I feel a vibe towards me right now that's very off.
Right.
It's off-putting too, especially when you want to go and like wow a crowd.
I know.
And then you have like people in your ear and then they're like doing things.
They're doubting you.
Yeah, but I never like I don't think with a lot of them it's like intentional. I never take it personal, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm like, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. I don't really.
That's the best part is you can only control what you can control.
Exactly.
And you have to let people think what they want to think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't let it affect you because every single person, if you let that affect you, you'll drive yourself nuts.
Of course. 100%.
And my favorite part is when people say, oh, you're just a TikToker, or like, oh, this guy's just like social media guy.
Yeah.
And then I go up on stage and I fucking
crush it.
Yeah. And they see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go up and bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sick. That's what I'm saying.
And I never say anything.
Yeah.
I just stay humble. I was like, oh, they're like, oh man, great set. I was like, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Prove my point.
Yeah.
That's it.
You never have to say anything. Just fucking stay on your shit.
You know what's the worst though? When you go up and bomb.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Like,
that's happened a couple times.
Maybe I'm just a TikToker.
It's crazy because I know what you mean. That happened to me. Like I bombed a lot, obviously, but it happened even several times as like a TikToker too. Now,
yeah.
In the recent years,
yeah,
where like people didn't know who I was even before, like as a stand-up or as a person.
Yeah.
But they found out I was a TikToker. And then I go up on stage and I fucking eat shit.
Yeah.
And then like you walk off stage and you can tell like you walk by them, they don't even look at you.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it.
I fuck this
I'm
guy.
like, I knew this guy wasn't good.
I did a set at a comedy bar. I opened for this guy, Dave Mirhesh. Do you know Dave?
Yeah,
Mirhesh?
Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah.
So I opened for him. His crowd is different.
Yeah.
Like a lot of different people.
Mm.
So I went and there was a guy in the crowd. And this is at the point where I've been doing stand-up for about like, I'd say like months, like over the 6-month mark. So I was doing a lot of sets and stuff like that. And then I went on stage and then I bombed. Like, and then I get off and then this guy comes up to me after and he's like, bro, I follow you. He's like, and you're hilarious. And he's like, for a guy who's never done stand-up, you're pretty good. I was like, thanks, bro.
Damn.
Thanks, man. And I just fucking went.
How many sets had that been since?
With Dave, like when I went to do, I'd say like over like probably 15.
Oh, so you were brand new.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, yeah, man. Thanks, bro. He's like,
you don't even know how to fucking accept that.
You don't know how.
Yeah.
You just kind of. There was this girl recently, actually, a couple months ago. I did a show. I headlined it, and then the crowd wasn't feeling it. Like the crowd the whole night. Like the room was like hot.
Like at temperature.
Yeah, temperature was hot. Everybody was like fed up. It was like 20 openers. Like yeah, it was one of those like showcases.
Wait, where was this in Toronto?
It was in Scarborough. I don't know where it was called. It was like a random. This guy asked me to come open. Or come do the show. Yeah. And then I guess when he was promoting it, like I was on the poster, so people who knew me came. And then this girl comes up to me at the end of the show, and she was like, "You all right? Can we get a picture?"
Wow.
I was like, "Fuck your picture! I gotta go."
Oh,
I was so mad,
dude. The shrug.
Yeah. I was like, bro. She was like, "You all right?"
That's crazy.
But man, those are the bombs. Okay, because I have good sets. That's rough. I have good sets.
Tell them.
I have good sets, like really good sets. November 30th, Toronto. But I really have good sets. Like I'm telling you, like when I like crush, I crush.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And I'm like, and I'll wow the crowd. Like I'm just like, and I'm fucking with them.
You're feeling it, yeah.
I'm having a good time too. Yeah. You know, that's when you do the best sets, when you're just like, oh, I love life right now.
I know. Well, you're a funny guy, so like,
it's
not. There's no doubt about that. It's just, you're gonna bomb. You're always gonna bomb.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So,
that's funny though.
Yeah, it's funny.
Shrug.
Have you had any of those or no?
Of people like the example you gave, the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know about recently, but it's more so. A lot of the examples are people who come to my shows as my own fans.
Yeah.
And we mentioned this before, where they'll come up in the meet and greet, and the most common thing they say is like, "Man, honestly, like I didn't think it was gonna be that good."
Yeah.
I didn't honestly, like, you know, not to be like rude or anything, but like I didn't think you were gonna like be like do like good on stage like you did. Like
yeah.
I didn't think you were gonna be good live.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
You didn't think I was gonna be good live.
Yeah.
At all, like full period.
You thought it was just gonna be
shit.
Yeah.
But you're like, I've seen him online. Like, let me support him. I'm like, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I mean, in a way, you can't blame them because they don't know you because of your from your stand up. No. They know you because of your impressions or skits or whatever.
Exactly.
So it's fair. Yeah. But yeah, it's just such an interesting time to be alive because like no one ever went to comedy shows before not knowing what they're getting into.
Yeah.
Before social media, people would go to comedy shows because they want to go to a comedy show.
Yeah.
Because they know what they're going to expect. It's a stand-up show.
Yeah.
But nowadays, people come as fans to specific people's shows.
Yeah.
They don't even know what to expect. They're just going because of the guy.
Yeah. They're not
like, let me just see what happens.
They're not a fan of stand-up comedy.
No, they're not a fan
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's been an interesting experience, and I feel like it's still new. Even for me, it's still new because for everyone, it's new that's going through this stage right now, this cycle. Because I don't know about you, but like when you do meet and greets, obviously after every show too, right?
Yeah.
Like just like as much as you can.
Yeah.
We do that all the time, and we just try to get like a good consensus of you know what people's thoughts are about of the show, and so the most common thing that we realized is that it's everyone's first time ever seeing a live show.
Yeah.
In general, and so you're their first experience.
Yeah.
So if you eat shit, and they think you're bad, other people are like, hey man, how was NeemaNaz? And then it's like, it was okay. Yeah. Like, and like that's their experience of stand up comedy. They're like, I don't know if I like stand up comedy.
Yeah, and then you kind of like,
and then you know,
it's a product of your show, their like impression of what stand up is.
Yeah, and that's why and luckily I don't think I have that problem because once again I've been doing stand up for almost 9 years. So it's like I have the basis of stand up. Like I know what stand up is and how to perform jokes as a stand up. But like there are YouTubers who are famous. I've heard many examples of this, of like big YouTubers or Instagram, TikTok people who put on live shows in front of like thousands of people or hundreds of people. And the main thing people take away is like, oh man, like he was terrible live.
Yeah.
Like I'll never go back. And those are the people who are ruining it.
Yeah.
The people like us.
Yeah, I know.
Who are actually decent live.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No,
so
I get you.
That's the I guess the issue nowadays is like people like that ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah.
So
and we're just here like, okay. Because me personally, I'm not huge. I'm not huge. I'm
not either.
Yeah, it's like I have like a fan base.
Yeah, that's loyal to you.
And then like you grow it, and it grows over time.
Yeah, that's what you want though.
Of course.
You don't want to blow up right away.
No, you just want people who grow with you. And then they support you.
Because sorry to cut you off, but I think it's important that you go slow.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the effect of like Matt Rife if you're not at that level yet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he can handle it because he's been doing stand up for a long time. And he's actually good stand up.
Yeah.
So he deserves it.
Yeah.
But if you were to get Matt Rife fame right now, honestly, I don't know how do you handle it. Even for me,
I have panic attacks.
Oh well, because there's so much expectation of you being good.
Yeah.
That if you fuck up a little bit,
you're fucked. Yeah.
You're done, bro.
Yeah, I get you.
Like that's how you'll fail.
Yeah.
That's how you'll fall off.
Yeah. It's it's different, especially at that level.
Because the problem you don't want to have is like your following outgrowing your skill level.
Yeah, true.
Because that's the problem I had a few years ago.
Yeah.
Where like my following, even though it's not big, but I feel like it was still bigger than my stand-up skill level at the time.
Okay, I get you.
But now I feel like I've caught up, and like I'm pretty much, it makes sense where I'm at.
Yeah, well, it comes with the time.
It comes with time and practice and stage time. So yeah, I think that's why it's important to grow slowly rather than quickly overnight.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people want to grow very quickly
nowadays. Yeah, well, I mean, no one has a patience for anything.
Yeah, it's
no
attention
span,
bro. It's extremely quick. And then like everybody, and then there's some people who like actually do blow up, and then you're just sitting there and you're like, okay. I'm like, man, all right, whatever. I guess it is what it is. This is what's written for me.
Yeah,
you know,
which is fair. And I agree, because there are some people I see who blow up, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But at first, my way of thinking, I don't know about you, but I used to look at that and be like, oh man, like why him, or like why not me? But then now I'm like,
we talked about this. Yeah,
I'm happy that has happened to this person and not me, because it's not meant to happen for me right now.
Yeah, it's like your path.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's your path.
Yeah, because you don't want what that person has.
But honestly, there's sometimes like you do get that like that thought sometimes. You're just like,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
You're just like, bro, like what? Like what's this person doing? Like honestly, I'll tell you something. You know my Arab skits and stuff like that. And I'm a Canadian guy.
Yeah.
Canadian guys get it harder than American guys, by the way.
What do you mean?
American guys, like when they blow up, it's like they blow up. Like they not Arab American guys, but
we're not talking about Arabs blowing up.
No, we're not talking about blowing up. We're talking about blowing up. I feel like this. This is what I personally feel. I feel like sometimes these guys, for example, on TikTok, I'll post TikTok. Muhammad. Okay. So that was perfect.
3, 2, 1. Muhammad.
So we should have said that on cue. 3, 2, 1. Muhammad. So I see sometimes some guys, and I'll look at their content, okay, and I'll just say it, bro. Sometimes I get a bit jealous because I'm like, man, I have the same shit, and I did it first too.
Oh wow.
I did it first, and I did it good. And I'm like, these fuckers are blowing up, and then there's also sometimes where some guys, I know I sound like a jealous fuck right now.
No, it's good, man.
Honestly,
be more jealous.
You know what I mean?
It's good. Let it out.
There's sometimes where guys will message me, right? And they'd be like, oh, bro, do you have any advice? And I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll respond to them. I'll be like, yeah, bro, keep doing this, do this, like have fun with it. And then they'll blow up. And then I look and I'm like, why couldn't I take my own advice? I'm like, the fuck, this guy's a couple million followers now?
Oh, really?
And he unfollowed me?
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
I'm like, what the fuck? Bro, there was this one guy from the US. He did that and he grew higher than me and he unfollowed me.
Wow,
and I was
what
like,
a snake.
I was like, what the fuck?
Sharmuta.
And then, like, and even sometimes now, which is so annoying, I'll post a video and then I'll see some of these other guys, and they'll post the exact same
wow, really
script. Yes, exact same.
That's
script.
crazy.
And their video blows.
I know.
And I'm like, I know you saw my video. I know that's where you got that video, you fucker. and look, I'm like, whatever. Like it happens. Maybe they executed it better or something. They didn't. In my opinion.
They look better. Maybe they smell better.
They definitely don't look better.
No one looks better than Hamoodi.
Hamoodi, bro. I've been putting in.
Come on, man. Show him, bro.
No, but
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because they know they can't originally come up with the ideas like you're coming up with.
Yeah.
So they resort to either stealing it or fucking,
Well, they definitely blow up. But speaking of blowing up, I'm about to blow up and pee. Can I?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's okay.
My bad, bro.
Hamoodi, it's okay. Go fucking pee, bitch. I know this guy. This guy came. This is the fucking whitest Arab guy I've ever met in my life. This guy walks into my house with Tim Hortons iced coffee. Bro, why are you drinking Tim Hortons iced coffee? That's the worst iced coffee in the world. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Canadian, even if you're not Canadian, Tim Hortons, first of all, has really went downhill, gone to shit. You drink Tim Hortons iced coffee, might as well just drink swamp water. Or, So, anyway. Hamoodi, Muhammad. How do you order? Do you say... you go to the Tim Hortons drive-thru. Hello, can I get an order? And then Hamoodi's like, Yeah, so can I get a fucking iced coffee there? My name's Muhammad. Sorry, what's your name for the order? Muhammad. And they give him iced coffee. But is it halal though? Is the iced coffee halal? That's the real question. That's the important question. Is the iced coffee halal? I'm sure there's some stuff that they put in. How do you? That's another thing I'm curious about. Is there must be some establishments who serve food that like they're for sure putting stuff that Muslims can't eat. You just don't know it. I was talking about how you order at Tim Hortons because you're the whitest Arab guy I ever met. This guy walks in with an iced coffee from Tim Hortons.
Yeah, buddy.
Like, brother, you're drinking swamp water. That's haram.
Yeah, but I can't.
No?
Yeah.
You can't be drinking that shit, bro.
Yeah, Tim Hortons sometimes.
Tim Hortons is ass.
I asked them to fill it up with ice because like I need to dilute it. Yo, it tastes like ass,
it's so
man.
bad. I don't know why you drink that shit.
Well, to be honest, like it's quick. Like it's right beside my house on the way here. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab.
I could have made you coffee, bro.
Yeah, true. Actually, you did.
Fucking amateur.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all right, man.
But I need it for the ride.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the thing with me. I have a coffee in my
On the
hand,
go, yeah.
and then I'm just like driving.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
Wait, you fall asleep while you're driving or something?
I fell asleep once when I drove.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
What happened?
I was driving on my way home from work, and
Yeah, it's okay. Throw up, baby bird.
well, it's the second time, man. What the fuck?
It's like a little baby.
It's the Tim Hortons coffee. It's the coffee.
It's the Tim Hortons coffee. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, so I was on my way home from work, and I used to work in Oshawa.
Oh,
so
dirty Schwa, pal.
All the way back, and then I used to take the side roads because rush hour.
Yeah.
So I was at a red light, and then it was like a long day because I'd get in at 7, so I'd leave my house early.
Yeah.
And then like I just like closed my eyes for a second. I was just like this. I was like, and then like I opened my eyes, and then like somebody's honking.
Oh.
Because the light's green.
Oh shit.
But like he wasn't there when I closed my eyes, so he must have came like along. So I was sleeping for a bit.
That's crazy.
I think it was like a minute I was sleeping.
Wow.
And I didn't notice.
That's crazy. And your foot was still on the brake?
Yeah, my foot was still on the brake.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You're lucky, bro. You could have rolled in.
Yeah, and if I rolled, that would have been because it was winter too.
Oh yeah, that would have been bad.
I would have been fucked.
Wow.
Yeah, and then imagine you crash and then they found out you fell asleep. You're screwed.
You're done.
Yeah, so that was one time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. Yeah, because you're an engineer.
Yes.
What kind of engineer are you?
Civil.
Civil.
Yeah. It's like
sounds
buildings.
It sounds so fucking serious.
Because it's civil.
Civil engineering.
I'm a civil.
Civil lawsuit.
I'm civil.
Yeah. So wait, isn't that what architecture is?
No, architecture is more of like the design. It's like how things look.
Okay.
There's different streams of civil. But architecture is more of like, okay, this is the design. This is how it's going to look. This is how it's going to be presented.
Right.
Colors.
Where they're going to put the windows.
Yeah, materials.
Okay.
So all that kind of stuff. The engineering would be more like, for example, structural.
Okay. Measurements.
Yeah, measurements, how the building's going to stand. Like where you're going to put the
physics
steel.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. All the fun stuff.
Velocity.
Yeah. All
yeah,
that.
fucking
wind, force.
Yeah. Viscosity.
Viscosity. Yeah. That's more chemistry.
Yeah. Nah, that's physics, bro. It's physics. I know, bro.
So
I took physics in high school.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't bad in it. No, it was hard. It was tough. I actually was one. You know the meme of like when you do nothing in the group project and you just put your name on it.
Yeah,
that was my entire grade 11. I had the two smartest girls.
Yeah.
And this one Asian dude.
Yeah.
I always gotta have Asian dude in your group.
Always, yeah.
Because he'll
if it's
crush.
math.
Anyway, physics, it's all chemistry even.
Yeah,
it's all math.
yeah.
Bro, I was clutch. I was like sliding into those groups.
Yeah.
I was like nice my way in. I was just like making jokes and shit so I can get into their groups.
So what up, bro?
And like they're too nice, like especially those kind of students where they're like kind of nerdy and like they're just like smarter but they're quieter.
Yeah.
They're not gonna like create a fuss if I'm trying to like weasel my way in. They're not gonna be like, hey, you can't be here. They're just kind of like they're pushovers a little bit.
Yeah.
Which now I look back, I definitely manipulated them.
100%.
But I was like, bro, like I'm not doing this project on my own.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna let you do it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be there for moral support.
Finesse your way to him.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, that's a nice smelling lunch.
Also, you know what I did too to make it seem like I was doing stuff?
Yeah.
Whenever we're working on a group project, I would always just be like, Yeah. No, I think it should be like that way for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
You just give your opinion.
I would always agree with the person like the just spoke.
Because he's the guy.
And I would like maybe change a word. Yeah. Be like, yeah, no, I believe that like definitely like the left side of the building should be, you know, that's definitely good velocity. Yeah. I was just throwing words.
Like, what?
Yeah. And then like when we had to present too, I would always just be in the back, just like smiling and just like, yeah. And then, and so slide number 4.
Yeah.
And then like they would start talking again. I was just like, yeah.
But, was good. Man. I was the guy that everybody wanted to be in the group with.
Oh, so you're the smart one.
I was like the smart one in the group.
Yeah.
So
well, it makes sense. You're an engineer now.
Yeah. So I crushed physics.
Nice.
So I was like really good in that because I just found it interesting.
Yeah. That's good.
So there was this one Persian guy in my class, and then everybody wanted to be in my group. There was this one girl, sweetie. Astaghfirullah. No, I shouldn't. You know. So she was like a good-looking girl in the class, and then she's like, "Oh, you want to be in a group?" And then I was like,
"Yo, what kind of group?
You want a group?"
So, yo, what do you mean? Group?
Are you Muslim?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Like, what, arranged group? Huh?
Arranged group. Let me have my mom talk to yours. So she's like, "Oh, you want to be in a group?" And then I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure, I'm down." And then there was this one Persian guy who was like eyeing me the whole time.
Damn, it's like that?
Yeah. He wanted to be in a group.
Boy.
So he comes up to me, or he goes up to the girl. It was so funny. He was a fob.
He's like, really?
Yeah. He's like, "He's mine. Move, bitch."
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
In that accent too.
Yeah.
That's
it was
so
such a fob. He's like, "It's mine. Move, bitch."
Oh my God.
Bro, she was like, what? And he's like, "Move." And he like kind of like,
come on.
He like hit her with his hip.
Oh my
God. He was like,
So zesty, bro.
Bro, and then he was like, he was treating me like a king. Like,
of course.
Like, "Come do the project at my house." So I went to his house.
I have not. Come on.
Oh, this guy's smart.
Oh my God.
So his dad was like, they were treating me like,
of course,
like royalty. Yeah. You know? So they would feed me, and like I did the whole project.
Of course.
I was like, "Sure, man, no problem." You know? I didn't even want him touching the project. He was a dumbass.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Like, man, I don't want
classic. But they definitely were super hospitable.
Oh, 100%. Persian people are like different level.
Oh yeah.
I think Persians, Middle Easterns, they're like extremely hospitable.
Yeah, extremely.
They're like different levels of people. You ever talk to a white guy?
Yeah, all the time.
And like sometimes, listen, some white people could be hospitable. I'm not saying.
No, yeah, there are some. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely like amazing white people. But you ever like offer a white guy like a chicken nugget?
Like, I don't think I ever have offered someone a chicken nugget. Actually, I don't think I've ever offered anyone my food. That's why I look like this,
bro. The white guy. No. So, you ever like go to a white guy and you're like, "Yo, you want some?" Without a doubt, like, yeah, dude, I'll take it.
Yeah, and he grabs it.
You got any sweet and sour sauce?
Yeah.
You know, and then
takes the whole box.
You ever talk to an Arab guy?
Yeah.
Or a Persian guy? Yeah. Yo, you want this?
Nah,
bro, no, you take it.
Nah, it's all good, bro.
No, you take it.
Yeah.
No.
Here, I'll feed you.
No, come on. And you guys have to go start fist fighting, you know? So that's the differences.
I know.
You know? So you get that different in the Middle Eastern culture. But sometimes as a Middle Eastern, you get mad because you're like, why am I so hospitable?
I know.
And then these fuckers.
You're too nice.
Yeah.
That's where I think it's, in a way, it's a blessing and a curse, because there are times where I'm too nice with people. And it, comes off as being a pushover. Yeah. Obviously, right? But, I'd rather, to be honest, have that problem than the other way around.
100%.
Because it does feel good to, be hospitable and learn, because I learned from my parents. Same way you have too, right?
Yep.
It's like, I always think about what would my parents do.
Yeah.
And it does feel good, because I remember how it makes me feel when they do it to me or other people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a nice feeling. It makes you feel proud of your culture and your people, right? And I do think it's like the best version of like treating people.
That's the thing. It's like you could only, I feel like you could only control what you do, and if other people want to act the way they act, whatever, but you show your character.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's not like if you're rude, I'm rude.
I know. No,
it's like, I'm gonna be me. This is who I am as a person.
Right.
Obviously, if it's like a disrespect, it's a different level.
Yeah.
But It's like, yeah, you're only in control of your own behavior.
Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah, exactly. I actually thought of a funny skit idea. Where like you ever this kind of happened to me where I forget where I was, but it was like a family thing. It was like someone's house.
yeah.
You know, just like I like to make jokes. Obviously, like I'm just naturally I like to just be fun with everyone.
Yeah.
Even if I just met them. And was one guy, he's like a typical uncle, like just a fucking Persian uncle, right?
Ammu.
Ammu,
Yeah,
exactly. Ammu, exactly.
Yeah.
I go up, you know, everyone's saying hi, they're kissing on the cheeks and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's wearing this nice jacket,
Yeah.
like suit jacket.
Yeah.
Classic, right?
Classic.
Smelling drenched in cologne.
Dior Sauvage.
Dior Sauvage. And I was like, yo, nice to see you, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like, how's it school? Everything is fine. You have a girlfriend? I was like, yeah, man, what a nice jacket, though. I love the jacket.
Yeah.
And he's like, you like? Here. You want to try?
You want it?
Here, take. I was like, no, you're good. That's just nice. I'm just saying it's nice. No, here. No, try it. Put it on. Please.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't take. You want to take? I can.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, no, it's good, bro.
Yeah, that's actually.
He wanted to give me his jacket. I was like, bro, it's not even going to fit. You're 2 sizes smaller than me.
Take it. Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Go on, that's okay. I have 10 more.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's a freaking hilarious idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll be funny. Like literally, what happens if you compliment a Persian guy?
Yeah.
He'll literally give you what you just complimented.
That's smart.
Yo, I love the boxers. You want?
No, take. That's good.
I have 10 more. Here, take.
Do you ever get scared to like post specific shit like that because you're like, man, I'm gonna get banned or something?
Oh, that maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
But not what people think.
No. What you think? No, never.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
No, but that's the thing. That's also like a stand-up TikTok thing.
Yeah.
It's like in stand-up you could say it, and it's like sometimes it'll get taken off, and you're like, oh man, that was such a good idea.
I know. Yeah, that happened to me plenty of times, and it really bothered me a couple times because there were such good videos.
Yeah.
And to this day, no one's seen it.
Yeah.
Because it got banned.
Yeah, and you're like, man.
Like one of the main videos to this day, my brother and I both are like bummed about that. Pretty much no one saw it, but when it did post it, the first hour was up. It was crushing.
Yeah.
Like the people who saw it loved it.
One of those, yeah.
But then I got banned. I got suspended off Instagram. I got banned on TikTok, like just for this one video.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know. I don't think I'll get banned now if I say it, but inshallah. Actually, I'll probably just not even say his name because I don't want to risk it. But it's fucking from Narcos, like the the guy.
Oh, the one where you're like,
yeah, that one.
Like that.
Yeah, fucking the impression, right?
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite impressions I've done.
Yeah,
and everyone thought it was great. It was a good one.
Yeah,
and I put in work on it too.
Yes,
like I got my Colombian friend to help me write the script out for it.
Okay,
so like actually like make it real.
Yeah,
like proper.
Yeah,
put in all this effort, all this time. Wardrobe fucking immediately gets banned.
Gets taken down.
And then to this day, the people who have seen it, they're like, "Yo, man, I wish you could post that video again."
Yeah, I know.
Yo, where's that video? I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's so like annoying because it's like, man, kind of stops you from like doing specific things, and you're like, this could be so funny to put out there for everybody.
And it's like that's the type of stuff that could blow up.
Yes,
because it's so it's almost unique, or
it's like, man,
no one really is doing it.
This is what comedy is. It's funny. It's like it's authentic. It's like something that's like it's what you really want to put out there. And sometimes when you're limited for that, it's like sometimes your stuff, the quality of it could change because you don't want to say specific things or move specific ways. So you're kind of controlled in a sense.
I know.
And that's the tough part, I'd say, to be honest.
I agree. I think it's funny because no matter what we say, it's not up to us.
It's not.
Because those are the powerhouses,
You're right.
The social media kings.
Yeah, you're right.
They determine what's okay. But it's, what's fucked up? Like last week or 2 weeks ago, I saw literally a video.
Same thing.
Of a woman pretty much naked.
Yeah.
Breastfeeding her kid.
Yeah, I've seen
titties out.
Yeah.
Full nipple.
Send me the link just in case.
Haram. And I see that, and it's fine. Crushing. The video is crushing.
Yeah.
Pure views, pure comments, but all the comments are like, "Oh, you can post this, but if I say retard, I get banned.
I'm done.
You know?
Yeah, I understand.
It's like they care more about what you say rather than what you show.
Yeah.
Because there's pure ass and everything too on Instagram now, and Twitter has always been the notorious
Twitter,
right, of porn, pretty much. But
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I've never
I
seen
don't.
it.
I've never seen it, but
never my life. I don't like look at that.
Yeah,
I
don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I just heard.
I'd assume so.
But anyway, yeah. So that's the. I think that's the issue. Is it's you probably feel this too, where there's a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Every time you even post even regular stuff, I'm like, I don't know, like, is this offensive?
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like,
is this gonna get banned now?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a while out where like I kept getting flagged, and I was like, fuck, man, like I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
And it almost takes away your creativity and the fun out of it.
Of course.
And you're like, what do you do?
You're like, bro, what can I say right now? Yeah.
So that's why they came up with Rumble, right? Rumble. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard of Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, so the new platform where you could say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it didn't really catch on like Instagram has. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get to a point. Maybe actually Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
He admitted that he purposely was showing certain sides of news.
Yeah.
For like years.
Oh, really?
To certain sides of, like, I mean, I don't want to get political, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's the power that they have.
Of course, it's all
like,
all media. It's media.
That's
media. What it is. So, like, the news these days is like it comes from there. Like, honestly,
that's what I'm saying.
Social media is all where you get your news and stuff like that. Like, sure, we have our news outlets and whatever, but social media is like mainly especially the young guys and stuff like that, or the young people.
100%.
That's all they look at. Like, I'm looking at 6buzz for what happened last week. You know, you're looking at fucking 6buzz.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, why am I watching hood vids for my news outlet?
Oh my wow. My sister comes up to me, she's like, did you know that she's like naming like a random fucking fact? I'm like, where'd you read that? She's like, 6buzz. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. It's so weird because one, the problem is that people get into an echo chamber that way.
Yeah.
Where because especially with the algorithm, it's smart, right? It's way smarter than all of us.
Yeah.
If they see you watching a couple things that are same theme, that's all they're going to show you now. And then you think this is all that's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then now your perspective on what this idea of whatever's going on is, no, it's this because I see all the videos.
Yeah.
But they're not showing the other side.
Nothing. Yeah.
But that's the problem. And like, to be honest, the kids growing up in this new generation, it's dangerous because
of course,
they all think it's one way when really it could be the other way around.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's too far gone, I think.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's kind of crazy now.
No one knows what's real. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake.
No, you don't. And you're
I don't
just
know.
like, holy shit. Like, you don't know what to believe. Sometimes I don't even read into it or look into it, to be honest. Like,
it's draining mentally.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't care.
And also, the problem is, back in the day when you want to watch news, you would just turn on the TV on, like, you'd see 5 channels.
Yeah.
And, like, you get your news off that. You'd see like 4 headlines. You'd be like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, in the span of 30 minutes, you can watch hundreds of news things around the world.
Yeah.
All covering different things. And you're like, holy shit, bro.
And you see it, yeah.
The fuck is, like, how terrible is this world?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like,
it's
with
the
like
influx of
that's what I'm saying.
news.
You actually, there's positives and negatives to it. Like, you could actually see things now, like with the amount of awareness on social media and stuff. So you could actually see it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, this is what's actually happening. But as you said, back then there was like so little news outlets.
I know.
And they controlled what you saw.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, okay, but somebody who lives there right now will just post a video of it. And then you're seeing what's happening, which is crazy. That's the connection you see. So there's pros and there's cons to it. In terms of awareness, there's pros. In terms of like seeing fucked up things, that's a con,
Also, I just think it's not healthy at the rate that people are seeing news nowadays is unnatural.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be seeing all this negative shit so much.
Yeah, it does fuck you up. It does fuck you up, definitely.
We're not used to that.
Yeah, you're not.
It's insane.
But I think you grow up, and then when you see it, like as you're growing up, I don't know. This is what I've felt as I've been growing up. I'm like, yo, like, it's just like you see more fucked up things, and you're like, wow, like when I was a kid, I thought everything was like so nice, but now I'm growing up.
I know.
Like, wow, everything's like kind of terrible.
I know.
And I'm like, people are horrible.
Yeah.
And then it really puts a negative perspective in your head of everything.
Yeah.
Even where I live. Like, I'm like, oh, wow, Canada's like killing us. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, we're getting bodied with like whatever, like your taxes and all this stuff. And then, you know, like there's the typical problems, you know, but
even the censorship, man.
Yeah. The censorship is crazy.
Have you seen where there's some news?
Yeah, they block it.
They block it.
They block it
in Canada.
It's just crazy.
What is it, communist China?
Yeah. And you're like, what
fuck.
the fuck? Yeah. Yeah.
Like if that's where it starts.
Yeah. Of course.
Right? Because if no one says anything or gets in the way of it now, that's how we end up fucking, you know?
Yeah, you're not doing anything. You can't do anything about it, to be honest. So it's weird. It's a weird time.
That's as deep as I can go with political stuff.
Yeah. Political.
That's all I know about political stuff.
Bro, I'm not
going into stats or
I'm not
any
like
opinions.
good with the political stuff. There's obviously things that, especially when you know it too, like when you're you have a specific platform, people want you to talk about it. And then you're like, okay, like I gotta talk about this. But sometimes you could have your own opinion on things, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you could put out your opinion. But then there's a lot of expectation out of you, and then you're like, okay, like I know the common thing for influencers is like oh, like I don't want to get into it or something, and I say that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm telling you, me too.
I know.
I don't want to get into it because
too.
that's one of them. So the people, like, you don't want to comment on it because anything you say is wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Anything you say is wrong.
Yeah.
If you have your point, if you don't have your point, anything you say is like, okay, there's going to be people who agree with you. There's going to be people who don't agree with you. And then there's going to be the people who are like, oh, yeah, bro, stick to comedy, man. You don't know shit. I'm like, all right, sure.
It's the same people who also tell you to say stuff. And then when you say it, they're like, nah,
bro,
actually,
you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I'm like, bro.
You said to talk about it.
And then they want you to keep up with things. Like, they're like,
I have no chance.
They're like, bro, talk about what's happening in the Caribbean. I'm like, the fuck? The fuck happened in the Caribbean?
Bro, I can't even talk about my own feelings, let alone what's happening in another side of the world I've never been.
That's what I'm saying. So
I can't even open up, be vulnerable to my own parents. Because it's toxic.
That's
you
what
think
I
can talk about a different country?
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, man.
The most I can talk about, if I'm like, oh man, yo, did you see what happened in Sudan, bro?
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, what happened? I'm like, I don't know, but it's fuck.
Yeah.
Like that's the
sometimes you're like in that. Yeah. Sometimes you're in that level. Like, or you're like, oh, okay, I just have to say it just because people want me to say it. But then there's some things that it's like, you actually look into it, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna talk about this. So, but at the end of the day, I think what needs to be understood is that like everybody has the freedom or choice to say whatever they want, and that's the thing about social media. Anybody says whatever they want. So whatever side you're on or whatever view you have, anybody could have another one, and everybody's in like a central place, right? They're on social media, so anybody's gonna say things about against what you say. Like, I'll talk about like a conflict that's happening in the world and I'll post it. And then there's so many people who are like, oh, thank you for posting this, whatever. And it's like, I haven't posted it for them. I posted it just for the awareness. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I believe this, so I've posted it. There's people who like support it and they're like, okay, like obviously I'm Arab. So like the things that I talk about is what's happening with Arabs. And then, or in the Middle East, or what's happening in my home country, or what's happening in people I know's countries, right? Like, you stick up for them. So there's people who will back you up, but then there's always going to be, in the comments, there's going to be the other side as well. And then it's like, because it's accessible, you know? So.
It's what?
It's accessible.
Oh, okay.
What
I think you said it wrong.
Accessible.
I think you said accessible.
No, I said accessible.
You did?
Accessible.
Accessible.
I don't know, man.
Accessible. You said accessible.
Accessible. I think I have a lisp. I'm a fob. I don't know what the
You're fob 4.
So, yeah.
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
So, anyways, bro, like, it's just the political stuff. It's hard to.
It's so funny because like I'm never afraid to admit that I don't know anything. It's not like, and everyone's, oh, it's an excuse. You can educate yourself. I'm like, bro, what if I don't want to?
Yeah.
How about that? What are you gonna say to that?
Yeah. It's like, I'm a person. Yeah.
I care about other things in life.
Yeah.
This is something unfortunately, I care about animals a lot.
Yeah.
So like there's plenty of terrible things that happens to animals.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know what else, but you know, there's so many different causes. At some point, you can't talk about everything.
No.
You have to pick your battles.
Yeah, of course.
You have to choose 1 or 2 things that you're passionate about if you want to.
Yeah.
And then you can't. You can't talk about more things than that. It's like you're mentally capable of that.
Sometimes people want you to be like a news anchor.
Yeah, I'm like, watch the news, bro.
Yeah.
Go tell them to fucking post it.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Why are you telling me?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when it's like, I was the one who created this comedy page.
Yeah.
I was the one who put in the work and fucking posted these videos and made this content and material.
Yeah.
All the years
and
hours that went by.
Yeah.
Eating shit to get to this point now.
Yeah.
Are you going to fucking help me?
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like a prime example is like whenever something bad happens in the world or whatever, everyone's like, yo, man, the opposite happens. We're like, yo, you shouldn't put posting videos during this time. I'm like, during this time, every hour there's something bad happening in the world. So I should just never post anything?
True.
Are you still going to work? And okay, well, I need to still work. This is my job.
Exactly. That's the thing.
So you're going to stop working for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You're not going to eat if you stop working.
Yeah.
Same thing with me.
Sometimes people
they just see it. They just can't see it the same way.
Yeah.
So it's
sometimes people don't get it. There was like some times that like these guys were like to me, I wasn't posting enough about something, but I did. I guess they didn't see it or something. I don't know. Yeah. Or I didn't do it enough.
Yeah.
This guy's like, you're a disgrace to all Arabs. You disgrace, and you know, like you should go die or whatever.
Jesus.
And then I'm like,
Christ.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. So I ignored it. Like I ignore a lot of.
Yeah, as you should.
Of course, you ignore it.
Yeah.
But then there'll be times where like I just posted something and then somebody's like, yo, why aren't you talking about this? So then I would get fed up.
I would get annoyed.
I'd be like, bro, I did. What's wrong with you? I was like, you don't even follow me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They don't even follow you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not talking about. I'm like, bro, follow me. Look at my stuff, and then you'll see. And also, don't fucking come at me and say I'm a disgrace. Are you an idiot? And then I'm like, you're a disgrace. I'm like, you're private. Your account's private.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? I'm raising more awareness than you. If that's what you want to get into, right? Anyways, sometimes you just want to go.
It's okay, man. Vent it out, baby.
You just want to square up with them. You know what I mean? You don't let it out. But honestly, like, you have to make a disclaimer, right? Like, there's crazy things happening in the world, guys.
Yo, did you hear about the crazy shit that's happening in the world, bro?
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's fucked, man.
Pray.
Yeah. So anyway, you like ball?
Yeah. What do you think about the Raptors this year? Yeah, man.
When you like when you were younger, what were some of the main things you took away from what your parents taught you?
Main things I took away from what my parents taught me, I think I took a lot of like the way I act now from how my dad like raised me, how my mom also raised us. My dad was like he was super close to me, but it was like it's his behavior that I feel like now that I've grown up, I act exactly like how he acted. He was a very hardworking guy, you know? So I think I took like his work habits for sure. But also, when I was growing up, like my whole life, my dad's been sick. Like he was sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before he passed away, my whole life, my dad was sick.
Oh, okay.
So I think whenever I acted specific ways in my life, don't get me wrong, I went through phases where I was like acting like crazy, right? Every kid goes through that. But I think every decision I made or everything I did was like in the back of my mind, it was a product of like, okay, make your dad proud because you don't know when he's gonna go. That was like my thought growing up, and it's a crazy thing to say out loud, you know. But it was always like that. I always had anxiety growing up. I'm like, what birthday is my dad gonna live to see? You know what I mean? So I always had that in my life, and so I think that's what built me to make like when I go through tough decisions or something like that. It was always in the back of my head. I'm like, yo, think about how your dad would react to that. Think about when he leaves, is he going to be proud of the man you were before he leaves? So I'd say the biggest thing I took away from my parents or like my dad and also my mom, like I'm going to give my mom credit, right? But I think the biggest thing I took away was the work ethic, and the respect for other people in the world, because that's just how my dad was. Like, even though he was sick as hell, he would like work his ass off for the family. He would like take care of the family, make sure that nobody's stressed. You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely something that like grew up with me.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it shaped me into like the person I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's
So,
great.
Yeah. So
And
that,
I know you were close to your dad, obviously,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much. Yeah.
yeah, really
And yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, but I agree with that. It's the immigrant mentality. You know, it's that immigrant
Yeah.
drive you get from your parents.
Yeah.
And I can heavily relate to that too. It's like same with my dad too. Like they fled their country
Yeah.
as refugees, you know, like on a fucking boat just to
Yeah.
go to Canada, right? And like, man, like at the age of we're at now,
Yeah.
and it's like, I can't even imagine
Yeah.
me doing that at this point. Me having to go to a different country because I have to.
Yeah. Well,
start new.
you slightly did that.
No, but that was in a fucking Western, like a society.
Yeah. Yeah. Like where you're just
Well,
like.
I'm already speaking English. I'm fine.
I
right?
get what you're saying.
But imagine I had to like go to Africa somewhere. I had to speak
Yeah.
the native language in Sudan.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I'd be fucked.
yeah. True. You're right.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And also having a baby with you, or like my dad had, he had, but he had cancer twice.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that.
yeah, when it was pretty much like in his early to mid 20s.
Okay.
He had lung cancer first.
Fuck.
On the left side, he was a hiker, mountain climber.
Oh.
For years in Iran. Like he was super athletic, played
Damn.
on the ball teams, like everything. He was like swimmer, everything.
Sick.
And that's where we get all the sports shit.
Yeah.
My brother and I used to still play sports all the time
Yeah.
because of my dad, but he had cancer at like 22 or 23,
Yeah.
lung cancer, cut out half of his lung.
Fuck.
And then like he had to slowly, you know, not do as much of the activities because of the, you know, lack of lung capacity.
Yeah.
A year later, he had bone cancer in his leg, and they had to amputate his leg at the knee on the left side.
No way.
Yeah, right now he has one leg, but
Fuck.
and like he's been
Yo,
You didn't know that? Or
I
did you
know.
know
I
that?
have noticed that.
right. Yeah,
Last time I was at your house, 'cause
yeah.
I saw him I saw him resting his leg, and he was standing. I think he was on crutches.
Yeah, crutches. Yeah.
And then I kind of double took, and then I was like, oh, like, I'm sorry, I don't want to.
No, yeah.
I double took, and I was
I
like,
know.
oh shit.
Yeah, yeah,
And then I was like, okay, like,
I know.
you don't want to like.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
Obviously, you don't want to be like, oh, Neema.
Yo, what the
like,
fuck,
you know,
dude?
Oh, Neema, did you know this? Obviously, you don't.
Yo,
wanna,
bro, are you
know
seeing
that,
this?
You know, but that's also another thing. Like I've taken away from my dad, right? It's like respect.
Yeah, yeah.
Respect for people.
I know.
You come into somebody's house, you
Yeah.
never like come like even like me saying that out loud right now was just like like in my way, like I felt it in my heart. I was like, okay, bro, like don't say that, but it was just
No,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
no. That's just. It's fine because we're just talking about it
Yeah.
now. But yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, anyway, so it's so fun. Because that's happened a couple of times too with other people, like
Yeah.
Mark, my friend
Yeah,
Mark.
yeah.
What did he say? The first time he met my dad, he had my dad has a prosthetic leg, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that he used to wear to go to work. He's also an engineer.
Oh, nice.
Well, he's retired now, but
Yeah.
he would always wear his fake leg,
Yeah.
and wear pants over it, so no one could see that he has a fake leg. But
Okay.
he would always like walk differently, but no one really, you couldn't really tell, really.
Yes, yeah.
First time Mark met my dad,
Yeah.
he was wearing the prosthetic and like wearing pants, so
Yeah.
he just thought he had two legs, right? The next week he came back to film some stuff, but then he was on crutches with just the one leg is out, like
Yeah.
you could see, like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no leg. Mark, like he saw my dad, said what up. He turned around, my dad walked away. He's like, dude, what? Your dad? I swear he had two legs last week. I was like, yeah, bro, like it's a prosthetic. He's like, wait, he had one leg this whole time? Dude, what the fuck? I'm tripping out, bro. And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right, because the second time I saw your dad,
Oh, right.
he was wearing the thing,
yeah,
and I was like, bro, I have mind games, man. I was like, what the fuck is going
Wait,
on?
what the fuck? He grew a leg
I was like,
in that
oh,
short
no.
amount of time?
No, honestly, I thought it was a different person.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe there's a different member.
That's so funny.
And then I was like, oh, is that Neema's dad? I was like, but the
uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No,
thanks
that's
for
funny.
confirming that, 'cause
Yeah.
that was crazy for a
No.
second. But yeah,
that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, so I was saying how like all that happened to him at like 24, 25.
Fuck.
And and that's fucking insane to think about.
Of course.
Yeah, because it happened in Iran, obviously, and the fucking even the story my dad told me of how it happened, I was like baffled because I would deal with it way differently than he did. He was telling me how he was in the hospital, and the doctor comes in, and he's like, "Hey, so like I'm just like paraphrasing, but so yeah." There's the cancer spreading up your leg, and there's no way around it. We're gonna have to amputate it at the knee. And then my dad's just like, oh, okay.
When do we start?
Yeah. Say less.
What time?
Can I please watch my show first? Right? And he literally told me this. My dad's telling me this now. We're like, as like a adult now, how he reacted in the moment, how he's like, yeah, okay, I guess that's it. That's life.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean that's life?
That's life. Yeah.
If someone came to me in a span of 1 minute and told me I had to cut my leg off,
yeah,
I'd be scream crying.
Yeah, of course.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna just kill me now. Yeah. I'd be fucking throwing shit, like throwing a fit. I'm like, so anyway, my point is, the way he reacted to that, and just in general how he he's a strong person and goes through life with that mentality.
Yeah,
that's, I feel like it carries on to us as kids.
Yeah,
growing up in this generation, and that's why I feel like we, even though we're Canadian, we have that ethnic immigrant drive in us still,
of course, because
of our parents and how they had to deal with shit. Because I don't know about you, like whenever you're doing comedy, you're performing or doing videos, whenever I feel like I want to give up or I feel discouraged or whatnot, I just think back, man, like what would my dad do or what would my mom do, you know? Course, and it's like they wouldn't fucking give up. Yeah, don't be a bitch,
because they didn't have choices.
They have no choice. Yeah, we have choice, and we're doing shit that we love. Yeah. So what the fuck is their excuse?
Yeah, there's no excuse.
That's where I feel that drive comes from. For especially with I'm saying specifically fucking ethnic people.
Of course,
because like, like white people who are like Canadian or they're American, like I don't feel like they have the same work ethic.
No, they don't.
Like there are examples, obviously, but I'm saying generally speaking, we just have a little bit more because of that reason. Yeah,
I'd say so. Well, obviously, it gets trickled down, but there's some. Of course, there's some that like work very hard. Yeah, so you're like, okay, whatever. But there's some where you look at them and you're like, oh man, like, you just got it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't. They might not know what it's like to like deal with specific things that we've dealt with or our parents have dealt with. Sometimes look at kids. Sometimes you're like, you're fucking spoiled, bro. Yeah. Sorry, but you're spoiled. Yeah. Like simple as that. Like I'm not trying to be a. Maybe I'm trying to be a.
Nah, maybe I am a fucking dick.
Maybe I am a dick. You're a bit fucking spoiled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then like you hear the problems.
I know.
You hear their problems, and you're like, is that a fucking problem? Oh, bro, my dad fucking, bro, like I told him I wanted this 2015 car, but he got me this.
Yeah,
He's a 16-year-old kid.
It's crazy, bro.
And then you're just like, you're looking at them and you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Hey, man, shut your mouth.
Yeah, shut up, bro. I'll spank the shit out of you right now.
I'll throw you.
So these kids are like just...
Yeah, I mean, it's such a different world.
It is. It's completely different.
And the thing is, I've been spoiled too. Even regardless, I'm fucking spoiled still.
Same here.
But
definitely. Yeah. It's different though.
But it's different, yeah.
I'm not spoiled.
Nah, man, I'm not fucking spoiled, dude.
Like, I didn't get BMWs.
No.
Just
I definitely
Hondas.
No BMW for me.
No, but like...
Man, I fucking... my first car was from a junkyard that my dad's best friend works, like the mechanic at the shop. Yeah. Sorry, not junkyard, like his mechanic shop. He was like, yeah, we have this like 95 Saturn.
Sick.
And it barely works, but probably go to A to B.
Yeah.
And I just needed something to get from home to my part-time job at the time. Yeah. I was like, yeah, fuck it, bro. Let's go. Yeah. Like, I didn't even think, like, yo, like, why didn't I have an Audi?
Yeah.
Not once have I ever thought that.
No.
Because I understand, like, I respect my parents enough to be like, man, I just can't. There's no way I would ever even ask. Yeah. That's just like,
I know.
I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I can't. I feel like shit.
You gotta
earn it, if anything, right? But
yeah,
I literally got a $500. I paid $500 for this 95 Saturn, bro. Like, I'm actually surprised I didn't die. because I got it in the middle of the winter.
Oh, sick.
The wheels were like tricycle wheels.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
They had the spares on.
Yeah, it was like not even the right tires.
Yeah.
It was just like random tires, like building blocks. Like you just like, bro, I swear to God, the seat I was sitting on, whenever I would accelerate, it would slide back.
That's Newton's first law of inertia. Yeah. That's what that is.
Bro, it would literally like, I'll be like this. I just go flying back, dude. And
oh my God,
that's how. And then like when I brake, it would slide back. That's like I just drive like this.
My friend was like that. He bought an Accord, an old Accord, and then the seat was like this. He was driving like this.
Oh my God, that's what I'm saying, bro. But you make it work, bro.
Yeah, you make it. You grind out like whatever.
You have to. Like I remember one time, it was like I was close to dying because I was leaving the job and it was dead of winter. It just snowed like crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have winter tires. No. It's not even real. It's not even normal tires.
Yeah.
It's not even summer tires, let alone winter. It's something else. I don't know what material it's made of. Plastic wheels. And I'm rolling out of the plaza. Mm-hmm. I turned left and I'm driving. And then the next light that you pass, it's like a hill that goes down and leads to the highway.
Okay.
Man, light turned green. I start driving and I'm going like 20 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, any faster, bro, I'm going to go flying.
Yeah.
It's going to slide and I'm going to hit every car.
Yeah.
Man, I had to like literally like inch my way down this hill because it was still sliding. And it was like, I had no control.
Yeah.
It was actually like doing this. Like a snake. It was actually rolling by itself.
That's scary.
I'm like, I'm lucky because there wasn't that busy, but there were cars and oncoming. Mm-hmm. But I was like, man, like I'm not even religious, but I was like praying. I was like, please, I don't want to die this way.
You're like, Lord, if you're up there,
Lord, Allah, fucking
who? Which one?
Buddha, whatever you guys are saying up there.
Fucking help me, please.
but like point is, I was like, fuck it, bro. I'd rather this than walk.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I wish I had an Audi.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, I'll remember this time. Because when I
think in that moment you might have wanted to know.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I would have fucking
a truck.
I would have taken a sled on back of someone's truck.
Yeah.
Then drive this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I get what you're saying. But I get the point you're making. It's like
this is perspective.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I have what I have. You know, us Muslims will just be like, Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, that's that. You say that and you're blessed.
Yeah, it's like Alhamdulillah. I have what I have.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Baba, my toe just fell off. Say Alhamdulillah, you have 4 toes.
Yeah, 4.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, but how many you have left?
Yeah, exactly.
9.
It's optimism.
Yeah, empty optimism.
Yeah, it's like
yeah. I mean, in a world like this where there's so much sadness, it's actually not a bad thing.
It's not. You have to have.
You have to have a little bit of optimism,
unless you want to go into a deep hole or something like this.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be depressed or suffer more than I already am.
Yeah.
Because I have anxiety too, and fucking I stress about things like minor things all the time. Yeah. But man, you need something to fucking like help you see it in a positive way.
Of course.
That's why I think people around you matter a lot too.
100%.
The right circle, you know.
Yeah. You need support. You need a support system for sure.
Yeah.
You need people who support you, and you don't need you need people who are not yes men.
Oh man, that's the biggest.
Yes men are the worst because it's like
man.
They're just there's a difference between support and yes men.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Like there's people.
What's the difference?
So I'd say like yes men.
Oh yeah, what's the difference, bro?
Bro, there's a lot of fucking yes men out there.
I know.
You know, and then you'll be like, okay, yeah, this guy's just fucking telling me what I want to hear.
I know.
But then there's some people that are like
logical.
They'll tell you the truth. They'll be like, yo, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? You know, like my brother, for example, he's not a yes man, but he's supportive. Yeah, he supports me, but he's not a yes man.
Yeah,
he'll be like sometimes I'll run material by him. He'll be like, not funny. But then sometimes like he doesn't get the joke, so I'm like, all right, I don't need to take your advice because at the end of the day, it's my advice or it's my
your joke stuff. Yeah. Okay.
So that or like for example, he'll be like, I'll be like, oh, you think I should go grab a venue that's like 1,000 seats? He'll be like, maybe not now. You know? He'll be like, maybe.
Yeah, it's so optimistic, but
Yeah, you know,
probably not.
He's like, yo, maybe work for another year.
Yeah.
Maybe do a couple years, build a fan base, and then do it.
Right.
He's like, why don't you do lower now?
Yeah.
Or sometimes it'll be too low, and he'll be like, oh, maybe you should go a bit higher than that.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like it's higher, do a couple shows.
True.
That's
Smart.
an example of like.
That's great. Yeah.
He's like, he believes in me, but at the same time, he's realistic. He's not like, oh yeah, go for it, bro. You'll do it.
Yeah.
You'll do it.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah, and then some, like, no, you need somebody who's gonna actually
be real with you.
Be real with you and show you what's up.
That's great.
So
that's amazing. That's exactly that's how my brother is too. It's exactly the same when you're saying with your brother, because they want your best interest.
Yeah,
and that you can trust.
They genuinely care about you.
You can trust it.
Yeah,
so that's why it's clutch. Yeah, but there are people who, but like they also don't they don't have bad intentions.
I'm sure they don't mean,
but they just they don't know any better.
Yeah, they're just like
but
they join the ride.
Yeah. I guess we'll finish off with maybe a lighter note.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite comedians?
My favorite comedians?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite comedians. Number one?
NeemaNaz.
NeemaNaz, yeah, of course. Of course. That's not even on the list. That's like
that's like just a given.
It's just a given.
Yeah.
But what do you mean? Like mainstream? Like just the biggest comedians?
Whatever you think is your favorite.
Okay, so I'll say like the mainstream obviously is like Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT. Kevin Hart. I like love Kevin Hart. Same. I went to see Kevin Hart a couple weeks ago actually.
Oh, sick. He was here?
Yeah, he was in the Sobeys Stadium.
Sobeys
Stadium at York University. It was so weird. It was outside and stuff.
What?
Yeah,
Sobeys Stadium.
It was so weird.
How,
bro? Oh, it was 6,000 seats, I think.
That's it?
Yeah.
I swear he would.
He's on a tour right now. He's doing like
I know.
Act Your Age tour.
Yeah. I thought he would be able to do Scotiabank.
I'm sure Kevin Hart could do Scotiabank.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Of course,
why the fuck didn't he do that?
I don't know why.
Right.
Yeah, I was confused too. Everybody was confused. It was like a really cold day too. Everybody was like, "The fuck."
It was outside.
It was outside. It's a tennis arena.
Oh, interesting.
It's a tennis arena.
And the stage was at the bottom.
The stage was at the bottom.
And it's like goes up.
And then there were seats on the floor, and then it goes all the way around.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How was it? That was good.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's great,
bro. Because Kevin Hart is what I idolize in comedy, because that's the comedy I want to do, like storytelling comedy. He does it so well.
I know.
And the way he ties jokes, like he takes his first joke, ties it to his last.
Callbacks and stuff.
Callback, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he'll just like do those things, and then that's exactly what I love doing. I love it when like my like fifth punchline, like it just grabs the first one, you know, and then you're like, and then everybody like, it takes a second and then they start hysterically laughing. That's the best stuff. So that's what I love about Kevin Hart. He's like, I'd say he's number one for me. Then it's Dave Chappelle. Then Bill Burr.
Nice.
I love Bill Burr.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's so funny. He's like, because he talks about the stuff like
the real shit
that everyone thinks. Yeah, everybody's thinking about.
He's the most comic I've ever seen in my life.
He's just a funny guy. Have you seen like him talking?
Oh, it's amazing.
He just kills people. Like he destroys them on the spot.
Man. So good.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. I'd say like those are the top three.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
those are like all-time favorites.
All-time favorites.
Nice.
I love those guys.
Right. And what about now? Like right now, currently, any favorites?
Like in the city and stuff like that, like the comics that
people that or like more known people, I guess.
Okay. I like Matt Rife.
Okay.
Freaking love Matt Rife.
Yeah, he's great.
If people are like, oh yeah, he's mainstream, whatever, or
he's just a crowd.
He's just a crowd work guy, bro. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's
Matt
good,
Rife
man.
He's hilarious.
I actually really appreciate his not only his style, but like the actual technical abilities he has.
Yes.
As a stand-up is really good technically.
Yes. So he like the way he bro, like he did a full crowd work special.
I know.
It's like great. That's a talent. It's not like you only do crowd work.
No,
it's like
no, tough, man.
It's crazy to only do crowd work.
Yeah. Not many people can do that.
No. And then you're like picking up on things and then you're making jokes. That shows you're genuinely a funny guy.
100%.
So Matt Rife, I'd say he's hilarious. Who else? There's obviously
you like Schultz?
Andrew Schultz?
Yeah.
I like Andrew Schultz. Yeah. I like how he like picks up on stuff and like just he also does like crowd work stuff.
Oh, he crushes.
He's
good.
He snaps. Andrew
He's
Schultz.
my favorite.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz is amazing.
Yeah.
He was also like he's like kind of similar to Matt Rife. How people are like, oh, he's like a social media guy.
Oh no, but yeah, sure.
That's what I see online.
Oh, that's wild. Because
because I know
he's doing it for years. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but Andrew Schultz is hilarious.
He's the best, man.
Yeah, there's so many.
So many.
It's hard to put it in like the top.
I know.
Obviously, my top are those top 3 guys.
Yeah.
Oh, also Russell Peters is in the top 5 for sure.
Of course, yeah.
Because he's
OG,
like the
iconic.
GOAT.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sick, man.
Those are my guys. How about you?
Well, well, for me, Russell was number 1, obviously, from the beginning.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart is up there too.
Yeah.
Because not only about his comedy, but who he is as a person, like in terms of everything else he does.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking mogul. Like,
Yeah.
He has a bunch of businesses.
Yeah.
He does a radio show, has a podcast, has like a whole team.
Yeah.
Fucking acts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and that's something I like to do is everything.
That's the thing.
And like I want to be like him and the way his career path has gone.
That's the idol.
That's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely an idol.
I like because personally, like like Russell Peters, I aspire to be like him as a comic.
Yeah.
But like in terms of lifestyle and like career path, it's more Kevin Hart for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I also want to act and all the other shit, right?
Of course.
So yeah, those guys. Drake.
Oh, I fucking love Drake, bro. You were listening to the beef they had?
Who?
Kendrick and Drake?
Oh yeah.
Bro, that was great. Everybody said like Drake lost, but
Nah, Drake never loses.
Bro, Drake never, especially if you're from Toronto.
Yeah,
bro.
he's always catching dubs. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Bro, if
Hey,
anybody,
y'all motherfuckers playing, bro.
Bro, if Kendrick ever comes across me,
Nah, it's done. Is that done?
If Kendrick comes across me, bro,
Yeah, it's over.
He's fucked.
No, it's fucked.
Like,
he's actually
Hamoodi
done.
sees Kendrick.
Yo, Muhammad sees Kendrick, bro.
Sees Kendrick?
Come on, bro. Astaghfirullah, you're done, bro.
He can't come to Richmond Hill.
No, you can't.
He can't come to
actually
Richmond
can't.
Hill, bro. If he comes to the south side of Richmond Hill, he's done.
Bro, you ever show up at Yaz Lounge, bro? It's over.
Bro, don't ever think you could smoke a shisha in front of me, bro.
Yeah, no, bro.
You're done.
You're done, Az.
Me and my boy Ali will kick your ass, bro.
Yo, Silverback is gonna come after you, bro.
Yeah, that was entertaining though.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'd say that, and Schultz is obviously my favorite too. Schultz is one of my favorites. Yeah. That's pretty much like my favorites right now.
Yeah.
But there's so many, like you said, there's so many online that you see. You're like, oh, that guy's funny.
You can't.
That guy's hilarious, or this and that, right? Like, you know Morgan J. Morgan J. He does the auto tune singing.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I find that stuff is just super entertaining, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just,
crazy.
like, fun to,
but it's crazy how like
it's a unique thing no one else is doing.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah,
he like puts that musical aspect into it. It's cool.
Sick. That's
I've seen him.
But yeah,
that guy's blowing up too.
Oh yeah, it's fucking huge. Yeah,
that guy's sick.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. But what would you say your style of comedy is?
My style of comedy, like in the stand up,
yeah,
is definitely like a storytelling, right? Like I love to talk about like my life, and obviously it's more dramatic than it actually is. That's what stand up is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a storytelling comedy, but based on life experience. So it's like things that I've been through, and then you'll tell it into a story, and then you have your punchlines and stuff like that. So I'd say that's my style of comedy. I would love to be like a kind of guy who's like, you know, like Dave Chappelle, for example. He just like talks about like controversial things and just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And he just sits there and like he'll just like talk, you know? I would love to do that, but honestly, based off my personality and how I act and stuff like that, I think the storytelling is amazing. But I have tried the different approaches.
Yeah.
But like for my personal sets and stuff like that, I love the storytelling.
Nice.
Yeah. It makes a little bit of crowd work in there always.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, how about you?
Yeah. Yes. Similar. I mean, I like to do obviously a lot of cultural jokes and ethnic stuff, like immigrant jokes, about similar Russell Peters vibes.
Yeah.
Like talk different accents, but like within stories.
Yeah.
Or like certain bits,
of course,
observations.
Yeah.
But then also going into storytelling about my family a lot.
Yeah.
A lot about my family. And especially this recent set that I'm doing I'm doing on this tour. It's a lot about just more real my life.
Yeah.
Real shit. obviously the accents, which people like me for.
Yeah.
Yeah, just basic observations about that stuff.
Okay.
And then that's like the theme of it.
Yeah.
This time around, but you can always evolve, and you will evolve.
Of course.
As you get older, and
change
you change your way of thinking, and whatever, right? You mature or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the most fun part. Is like you never know where it's gonna go.
Exactly. You're like, I'm the writer of this.
Yeah.
Like, this is my stuff. This is me. And
take it wherever you want.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna share it with you guys. You like it, you don't like it. Obviously, you want them to like it, but you know what I mean. Like,
if you don't like it, please like it.
Please just come back.
Please.
But that's a good thing too. Like about stand up, it's like it's a challenge with stand up. It's like I wanna give you a good enough show that you'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I don't want you to come once.
No. You want to fucking blow them out of the water.
Yeah, and then they come back and see you.
Like, no, you want people leaving like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
like, and then they go home like they're like, yo, man, like we saw NeemaNaz, we saw 5-4. Yo, he's actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
You should definitely worth checking him out.
And the next time they come in a group of 10.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's like a group of 20.
I know.
Like, boom, boom, boom.
That's a good sign when people come with their friends or their families.
Yep.
Because they're like that means like, oh, they all love your shit.
I love seeing the families.
Yeah,
like
great.
the dads and the moms, and they're just sitting there and dying.
I know, it's the best.
And it's like, wow, like look at this. It's like I am the creator of a family night.
It's crazy.
Like, I am the reason that these people have come out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I always tell my friends this. I'm like, I want me to be like, what are you doing this Saturday? I was like, we're gonna go see Hamoodi. We're gonna go grab dinner, then see Hamoodi.
Yeah.
That's what I love. That's the kind of like I want to be a household name.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
And it's
that's the best feeling.
That's why, like, when I see all the people in the stands, like I think about that. Like, or I see them in the crowd, I'm like, wow, like I'm their Saturday night right now.
Yeah.
So that's like, it's a sick way of thinking about it. You know?
It's like you better fucking go out there and kill it.
Yeah, exactly.
Give them what they want.
Give them what they want.
Come on with energy.
Yeah, you have to have that drive.
Yeah,
you have to be just a chill person.
Just be present and just know that they took time out of their night.
Yeah, and money out of their pocket.
Pay for not only the ticket.
Yeah.
Maybe pay for a babysitter.
Yeah.
Right, because they have kids.
Yeah.
Or pay for parking.
Yep.
Drive downtown or wherever they're driving. So many things, right?
Yeah.
Literally pay for food because they're going to dinner, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you better fucking make it worth it for them.
Yep.
They didn't have to come.
No, it's true.
They could have picked any other thing that's happening on a Saturday night.
Yep.
But they picked yours.
Exactly.
So once you realize that, you're like, oh, okay, let me fucking put in the work.
Yeah.
Let me
really it motivates you.
Yeah, it motivates you.
Motivates you 100%.
Yeah. So
that's a comedy gig.
It's life, man.
Yeah, man.
That's the life, baby.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for doing it.
Thanks for
doing
me. Oh,
of course. Pause.
Doing me on the show.
Yeah, pause. Astaghfirullah.
Fuck, bro.
Muhammad.
Edit that out.
No editing, bro. By the way, shout out to our shirts. We're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, man.
Pretty sick. H&M?
Uniqlo.
Ah, damn. You beat me on that. All right, well, plug anything you have that's coming up or just in general, your socials and everything.
Yes, it's your boy Hamoodi. You can follow me on Instagram at the Fob4. Toronto, November 30th. We got a stand-up comedy show. That's your birthday?
Yeah.
November 30th?
Yep.
Man, you should come. We'll sing you happy birthday on stage.
Astaghfirullah.
No singing.
Alhamdulillah.
November 30th, Toronto. We're doing a stand-up comedy show. Hope to see everybody there.
Where are the tickets?
Tickets will be on my Instagram. They're not on sale yet.
All right.
But tickets will be on my Instagram. Follow my Instagram for tickets.
There you go. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Hamoodi Muhammad. Thank you for listening and watching. All right, well, peace out.